Welcome back to Natty Auto. We are here in the shop again, and we are going to be jumping back on the C63 from a short break from it. Doing stuff on the G-Wagon, doing stuff on the 190, and the C63 has been all behind the scenes a little bit, figuring some stuff out. So we're gonna all jump back into that tonight. First tonight, we have to move this Maybach off the lift, and we're gonna cut that up. Jokes, not gonna actually do that because that thing is beautiful and in one piece. So let's get started. Now that we have the C63, ignore Ivan being goofy over here. Now that we have the C63 inside, we are going to put it on these way overkilled bus lifts, and we're gonna lift this thing up. We're gonna get underneath, we're going to take the drive shaft out, we're gonna remove all the fuel lines, wiring harness, and everything underneath this vehicle so that we can get ready to cut it in half, the day that we've all been waiting for. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be in this video, it's gonna be in the next, but we are gonna get it finally prepped. Maybe destroy this windshield, I'm not sure, but we will see. So let's jump into it. Let's destroy shit.
Let's do it.
Well, we had some success. When I mean we, I mean me. Ivan's been editing over there, vigorously editing, which is great because it means video for you guys and more content. But I, on the other hand, have been removing the drive shaft out of this and been a pain in my, yeah. So let's take a quick look. We have the drive shaft here, which has a carrier bearing, and came off in two pieces, thankfully. So it made it a lot easier. And down here, you can see the giant tunnel that we have, and now a whole bunch of space to play. We're gonna be cutting around right where these fuel lines are. And so we're gonna be shortening that drive shaft, shortening everything. And now it's just getting us into the perfect position to be able to start cutting. Right now, I only have, I think, a brake line to remove and a couple wires from the top, but from down below here we're going to be very close to cutting this in half. Peter.
Yeah. Celsius?
Why not? Celsius. Now we got our Celsius, and of course we're not sponsored, but
Celsius, you should sponsor us.
tasty. Let's get back to work.
Once we were enjoying our munchies and our Celsius, we came to the realization that our original plan might have not been the safest. Originally, once we had removed the drive shaft, we were going to cut directly into the back side of the car closest to the fuel tank. However, we decided that we should probably take the fuel tank out before proceeding, just to make sure there's 0% chance of any fire within the shop. So that's exactly what we did.
Well, we're under the car, and you can notice something's missing from right there, and it's the fuel tank. Well, not this fuel. Gasoline fuel. Even though Celsius does fuel us on these builds, this is the fuel tank. We just removed it. Our ideas are we're gonna do something more DTM style, where since we're not gonna have a back seat in here, we're gonna actually have a free floating, full safety tank, but in the back seat, kind of partway into the trunk. And so you'll see the tank. It'd be kind of race car-esque. We think that having the DTM style race tank interior be very cool, especially pulling up to car shows and track use. I do heavily use my GTS on track. Ivan will put some videos maybe, or photos. And so it would be very cool to bring this out to the track, see how it actually does, especially knowing that we are making a C63 DTM 190E full combo. So could be interesting. Right now, all I have to do is cut the brake lines, and we're ready to cut the whole entire car in half. So maybe we'll do it tonight, maybe we won't.
We'll see.
Well, people thought maybe we were done cutting this thing apart. No, we weren't. So we cut this B-pillar off. We cut the other one off a couple videos ago. Figured we'd cut off this one now. And now we're gonna remove the windshield. We're not gonna do it professionally. There's gonna be destruction. And it's probably because we are way too caffeinated.
Thank you, Celsius.
We're just gonna keep pushing this until we get Celsius. Because I think a little mini fridge right inside the side cabinet would be perfect. In all seriousness, guys, we did cut this pillar out. Ivan has some footage of that, he'll roll that. Now we're going to remove this windshield. If anybody needs a windshield, I'm sorry. This windshield will not be usable after I'm done with it because I don't think I can remove it in one piece, as we saw on the rear windshield. So we'll see, though. After we cut this whole entire windshield off right here, there's nothing else stopping us from cutting this whole entire thing in half. Wiring harness is gone. We have extra brackets for support once we cut the body, and that's gonna happen in the next video, which is the most exciting thing of this whole entire build, because this will be finally in a state where we can put the 190E on top of it. And that's what everybody wants to see, is this 190E C63 build to just be done. And especially for Car Week, which, yeah, we're 6 months away, maybe a little more than 6 months, but there's gonna be so many fine tuning things, there's gonna be so many details that need to be finished, and so much time in that finish work that we might as well just get the body on here and jump on all that. So let's, without further ado, let's get this windshield off. How's that sound, Ivan? What you got there, Peter? I'm mad. I'm very mad. So, in all motor vehicles now on the roads, there has to be a safety standard to their windshields. And of course that is very important, especially in case attackers. So today, we're gonna demonstrate how a windshield can save your life. Here is a very concealable weapon. Let's say you just honked at me. I'm a bystander and I want to kill you now. I'm gonna show you how this windshield can save your life. You would have been dead if that was a cheap windshield. But now you are alive. proper way to do this. And yes, we could take our time, but that proper way is no fun. And in a content standpoint, this is more fun. As I said, we have an OEM windshield. It's intact. Frame rails included. Oh, and sensor, those are important. So if you wanted a sensor right there for your C63 W204, we've got it. Yeah.
No lowballing, we know what we have.
So that is going to conclude the video for today. As you saw, we did a whole bunch more to the C63, we prepped it. So the next video on that C63, we are cutting in half for sure, which is the biggest part of the whole entire build, up to lifting the body off the 190. So we're excited. We put the Maybach back up on the list because we're gonna be doing a transmission change on it tomorrow and a couple other service items. Probably won't have any footage of that, but we love this car. This car is amazing. So thank you for watching. Enjoy.